everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today we are doing my kind of last declutter that I'm probably going to do for a while. So yeah, if you've been with me on this series, I've been doing declutters for all of my products, and now we're on the last palette of my kind of eyeshadow palettes, and this crate is very big. It's got lots of stuff in it. I'm not going to ramble on too long, but it's going to be kind of similar to my last one where I don't feel like I'm going to get rid of much because a lot of these palettes I do really enjoy and still use on a regular basis. So doing something like this is probably going to remind myself of getting rid of a couple of things which might be a bit further down, and just kind of giving it a bit of a tidy, getting rid of like maybe some cardboard boxes. But yeah, I'm going to go one by one and just chat through you guys like my collection. So just going at random, this Midnight palette by Beauty Bay. These mini palettes are amazing. Like the quality of them are so good. I have all three. I think there's three. There's like the green one and there's the pink one and then this one. And although I haven't used this one much in a while, I still feel like it's such a nice staple in my collection because like these shimmers are absolutely outstanding. So I will keep this one. This is quite new from Beauty Bay, so again I'm going to throw away the box because it's more of the highlighter, bronze and blush palette. So these are quite new in my collection. I've had it for probably about 2 weeks, but it's not really essentially like an eyeshadow palette. It's just a palette that I keep because it's too bulky for my other stuff. I have some random brushes from Spectrum. Like I tend to buy so many kind of like mystery boxes that have brushes in them, and I just kind of put them in this box because there was space at the time. So obviously I'm just going to keep this. This is the Espresso Your Love palette, and this is the Espresso Yourself. At the time I was like, oh my god, these are the same palette, how am I gonna kind of use both of them? But they're very different palettes. I mean, why is this one not open? I think I have another version of this. I'm gonna put this aside because I'm pretty sure this is one that I've got like a double of, so I'm gonna obviously keep it. I'm gonna have a look at the other condition for the other one. But yeah, this is the Espresso Yourself. I've not had this for very long. I'm gonna throw away the box because I don't need it, but this is a really nice selection of shades. Like Beauty Crop have some really nice eyeshadow palettes that I feel a lot of people probably don't talk about because their complexion products get spoken about so much, but the quality of some of these shadows are outstanding. And it's the same with the Espresso Your Love palette. When I get to, I'm pretty sure I still have like the closed version, the open version of this. I will show you the shades, and these are very nice. I'll obviously keep this. This was given to me by my friend recently. This is a Too Faced palette. I think this is a very old palette because they don't do this style anymore. I haven't had a chance to use it, and because it was a gift, I mean, I'm not going to throw it away. I just need to actually use it, but I really don't think the quality is going to be very good because like Too Faced, no offense to them, like they're, you know, a decent brand. I just feel like their eyeshadow is probably not the best. Artitude, yeah, I mean, this is like new in my collection. This is absolutely stunning palette. If you've not seen it, I'm pretty sure the second pre-order for the palette is like finished, but when this does become like a more of a staple in their collection, I highly recommend buying this. Like it's supporting indie brands as well is so important, like I feel in the UK, and this brand, like this palette is just super duper nice. The quality is outstanding. Of course I'm going to keep this because this is like one of my like favorite things, even for like the packaging. Like I've always said, this Colourpop know how to do some really good collabs. They of course aren't always like the most amazing, but I feel like with this collection they really did an amazing job, and I really love what they did to it. I know that they recently restocked it because it was May the 4th. I mean, I don't know if it's still on their website, but as a Star Wars fan, I will always keep this and love it. And it goes the same with the Darth Vader palette. I wouldn't say this is like the most amazing of quality, but it's still a nice selection of shades. Like this red is outstanding. It's the same red probably as in the main Star Wars palette, but I really like this collection. Like it's like the packaging is outstanding. I don't have the C3PO palette yet. It's kind of on my wish list, not like top of the list, but maybe I'll get it one day. But I love this. This by Trixie, I love this. I mean, I want to keep the box, but it's kind of beat up now, so I might just get rid of it. But this is the Breakup palette. I think she recently kind of like re-released this because of Valentine's, but I got this on Beauty Bay during a sale, and I've mentioned this year I really fell in love with like her videos and her makeup and her content, and I just really enjoy the kind of formula that they bring. And I'm pretty sure I've got, yeah, the Nighttime Realness palette as well, and I'm sure I've got the other palette somewhere here. It's like the jelly one. When I find it, I'll show you guys. But this is a stunning blue palette. I got these both on Beauty Bay because they do occasionally get a lot of her stuff. So this is a really nice blue palette. I will keep the packaging for this, even though it's slightly beat up. I just really love the packaging because it's obviously reminiscent of an old television set, obviously more of an American one, but I still like the kind of style of it. So yeah, these I'm keeping. I know I'm doing so well on like my declutter, but there are a couple that I know I'm going to get rid of. Maybe like this one. This is from Primark. Haven't used like all of the shades. I think it's nice, but I just really don't think it's kind of essential in my collection. I got it like a couple of months ago. I think I was picking up a few things and I was like, oh, this might be nice, but it doesn't really do much for me, so I'm going to get rid of it. My Pat McGrath Star Wars, of course I'm keeping this. This packaging is a bit annoying because I mean like it's just poking up, and the packaging inside is very nice. I mean, I know it's like a sticker because it's an older style of a palette, but these shades are stunning. I recently used this when it was May the 4th, when I got ready for work and stuff. It wasn't anything special, it was just like a little eye look, but I do like the quality of these shades. I don't think they're worth the money. Like this palette was what, £25+. I really don't think it's worth that money. Like I don't buy that much Pat McGrath, and when I do, it's got to be for something special. But I felt like this is a nice kind of addition to my collection, putting a Star Wars pun in there. This is the other Trixie palette. There we go, the Sweet Treats one. So this one I actually got from her website because Beauty Bay haven't got it. I will keep the packaging as well because it's quite cute, but this is so cute. I love this. Like all 4 shades are stunning. I know I'd probably do the same look again and again with like the rhythm of it, but like I think it's just a really nice like kind of go-to palette if you want something really quick. This is not the palette that I got rid of last week because I think the other one I was like, I'm gonna get rid of it because I haven't used it. It's not the same one. I just had 2 of it, so I might keep this one because I don't remember if, yeah, the other one I did get rid of. This one I haven't, so it's staying. Studio London. I mean, this is not great quality in all honesty. Like this is Superdrug's own brand. I haven't used like barely any of the shades, so I will keep it because I want to see more of what it's like. I don't think it's going to be anything special, but it's still something. Obviously this is amazing by V Cosmetics. This is the Book of Shadows. This is quite a new addition to my collection. I have affiliate code with them now, yay. If you go on their website, type in Ameena, you do get, I think it's like 10% off, I think, and I get like 15%. I get like 5% commission or something, I don't know. But yeah, if you want to try out like an indie brand, supporting indie brand, these are amazing like witchcraft style, kind of gothic style, which is right up my street. So this brand is amazing. This is great. I don't know, I've got like some random wipes, been looking for those. Colourpop, not a box of chocolates. This is a really nice palette. I think I ordered it from Colourpop specifically for this palette because I just really love the colours. I always try and use it like for like a really nice simple everyday look, and I just like the kind of style and the aesthetic of the box as well. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're not doing so great with this declutter because I have so much in here that I kind of want to keep and I'm not going to get rid of. But you know, like I said, we're making a slight progress. I mean, these shadows in here, I am going to get rid of all of them because they're really old. This palette, of course, I'm going to keep because it's a magnetic palette that I can use for anything, but these shadows are just really old now in my collection, so I will get rid of them but keep obviously the pan. The Snow White eyeshadow palette, this is stunning. I love this collection, like everything is so aesthetically beautiful. Oh, I've broken something, that's not good. I'm not happy about that. I think it might have been my nail or something, but yeah, this is a really beautiful palette. It's still relatively very new in my collection. I've not even had it a couple of months, and it's stunning. I will keep it, obviously mainly for the packaging, but I do think the quality is very good. Another independent brand, Cosmic Brushes. I mean, I completely forgot about the new Muse palette because I don't know if they've released it again, but I really want to get it. But this palette is very, very gorgeous. It's a really nice kind of mix of like some kind of, you know, shimmers and matte tones and just a lot of kind of neon tones I personally wouldn't use. But for this palette, it's got such a nice selection of everything. So of course I'm going to keep this. Okay, so now we're going in with the Dark Fantasy by Beauty Bay. I'm going to get rid of this box because it's stupidly big. But this is by far one of their best palettes. Like, the quality and the shadows and the shade selections are just outstanding. I kind of took a while to pick this up because I was like, I have so many Beauty Bay palettes already, which I do. But I felt like at the time I didn't need it, and then I think it was on sale for like maybe £6-7, and I picked it up, and I wish I picked it up sooner. It is a really gorgeous palette. I haven't had a chance to use all the shades, but it's like gonna happen. I need to try this again. I mean, it's probably not the kind of season for this palette, but I'm not very season-esque. Like, I just wear makeup whenever styles whenever I want to, so this is definitely a palette I need to use again. My Aussie palette by Rock and Roll Beauty. I did mention, I think last time, that they're going to close the company, but Revolution have like picked up a lot of their stuff, so I think it's on sale at the moment because I don't think they're going to make any more makeup. But I mean, I've picked up most of this collection now because I really, really like this palette, and I like the kind of consistency. The shimmers are beautiful, and yeah, I'm obviously going to keep this. This is a random shadows by Carla Cosmetics. I mean, I did a video recently reviewing some of her shadows, and they are stunning. These are in my to use pile because they're like the loose powders, so I can't wait to use these. My V Cosmetics Grimoire 2 palette. I mean, this is outstanding. I use this palette so much. Like, it's just like beautiful. It's like right up my street, and the shimmers are outstanding. Beautiful palette, and can't fault this. P. Louise. I mean, yeah, this is Watch the Queen Conquer palette. This is like the double palette. It's so freaking big. I'm obviously going to keep it. It's got a theme now. I'm just not throwing away anything. But again, I did mention that because I was just like, I just need to clean things up a bit and just show you guys what I got. But yeah, this is a stunning palette. It's too big to open. Here we go. The other Espresso Your Love. So I've had this one for a while, so I think I might get rid of this because some of these shades have really like dried up. So I will get rid of this one, but I am obviously going to keep this one now because it's the unopened version. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one. So that's another palette I've kind of got rid of, but you know, another one's in its place. I mean, I don't want to throw this away. I mean, I really haven't used this in so long. I'm going to keep this at the top of my pile because if it hasn't kind of dried up, I will keep it. If it's dried up, I need to get rid of it because I haven't used it in ages, and I really, really mean ages. And it's going to be the theme with some of these palettes kind of lower down, which is some of the Beauty Bay ones, because they keep on coming out with new palettes for me to use, and I just haven't had a chance to go back to the old ones. So this is going to go in like my maybe pile. I still think this is like one of their best palettes. I just haven't used it in so long, so it's going in the maybe pile. This is not a Jeffree Star palette. This is a P. Louise palette that I decided to depot because it was far too bulky, and this was the only magnetic palette, a decent one, that I can find on Beauty Bay. This is like the Love Tapes big palette, which I decided to depot. Like I mentioned, it's not magnetic on this palette at all, which is very annoying. So I kind of make sure that I don't like rattle things around. This is one of their blushes, which is amazing. I am going to keep this because it's like, I don't think it's completely dried up yet. When it does, I will kind of get rid of them. Of course, I'll keep the palette in case I need to add any other ones on top. I feel like the mini Colourpop one isn't going to hold much. So I will obviously keep a hold of this until anything in the future. This palette by Colourpop, I really love this palette. It's small and it's like the color selection is outstanding. I think this is just, the rest of this now is going to be I think I'm going to keep a lot of these palettes now. It's kind of like got to a point where I kind of feel like I really want to declutter stuff, but I just know I can't because it's stuff that I really want. I mean, this palette I haven't used in my Endangered Cosmetics. Like, I don't think they're even around anymore. I really don't know what they're up to, but I love this palette. I spoke about it so much before on my channel, and I still stand by how gorgeous this palette is. Yeah, this Be Perfect one, oh my god, these shades, I think, like, this shimmer is one of the most beautiful shimmers I've ever tried in my life. I've not actually had this for very long because I think I got it during a sale. Like, Be Perfect always have a sale on, but I don't think I've used it in quite a while, so I'm obviously keeping this one. I know I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is probably one of the worst palettes I've ever tried in my life. I mean, I used this for like an essence video, like about, say, a month or two ago, and it gave me absolutely nothing. It's shit. This is a shit palette. This one by 17, I might, you know what, I haven't used this in a while. I might get rid of it because it doesn't really do much and it's a bit rubbish. This one by, well, my Nightmare for Christmas one by Colourpop. I love this palette. I'm keeping it. Love Notes. God, I haven't used this in ages. This was like their like Valentine's Day palette a few years ago, but I really love the colors. Like, all these colors kind of towards the bottom really speak to me. Again, I'm going to use this soon to see if it's not dried up. If it has, obviously I'll get rid of it. If not, it will continue to stay in my collection. Bling Bosch, you know what, okay, so I'll probably get rid of this now because I mean, this was a gift from my friend a few years ago, but I really haven't used it in a while, and I think they're kind of dried up. And I do have the other palette. I don't know if it was in my last video or if it's in this one, I don't know, but that one is still kind of new, so I'm going to get rid of this one, sadly. But I think my friend will understand because it's quite old. I mean, this palette is one of my favorite palettes. I've been looking at to purchase maybe the Interstellar one. I don't know if I'll get it anytime soon. I doubt it, because I mean, this one is still just as perfect as the day that I bought it. I think I prefer this one to maybe the original ones as well. I don't have the Tahiti one because it's, I don't know, I just haven't had a chance to pick it up. But I love this palette so freaking much. I know a lot of people didn't really like it when it came out, but I feel like this is one of my favorite palettes ever made. JCat, this is quite new in my collection. I got this from like the Sephora website, and now I don't think the Sephora website sell JCat anymore, which is a bit annoying because I really wanted to try a lot of more of their stuff. But this palette's really nice and it was pretty affordable. So yeah, this is obviously staying. This Vif palette is very new in my collection. This is the Lure palette, so very nice. I mean, these mini palettes are like 20 something pounds. It's a bit expensive for kind of what they are, but I feel like the quality is so good. Like, this is a really nice like everyday palette, and you can use it for like any kind of topper or any kind of eye look. And the packaging is very nice. That's probably why they're a bit more expensive, because I'm pretty sure these are made in like Italy. But yeah, very nice. This Wicked palette by Unicorn Cosmetics, I've used it a couple of times. It's nice. I wouldn't say it's like outstanding of a palette, because I wanted to try it for so long, and then on their TikTok I think they got it to like 10 quid, and I was like, I need to try it. I think it's okay. I am going to keep it because it's not like throwing away kind of bad. Like, it's not bad, it's just not what I kind of want in these type of colors. But you know what, it's still quite a decent palette, especially from an indie brand, because they're still really good. This is my V and Creolifil palette number 2. I love this palette, such a great palette. I mean, I haven't used it in a while, so I'm gonna keep it out to kind of use very soon, just for like, yeah, it's a gorgeous collection palette. This by Lorac, oh my god, this thing is so massive. I think I've used it once, and I'm gonna keep it because it's amazing. I'm gonna throw away this bit of plastic because it's so pointless, but honestly, trying some of these shades, outstanding. Like, I got this for super cheap on their website. during a sale, but I feel like it is a really gorgeous palette. I love it, so I'm going to keep it and use it hopefully very soon. The Love and Butterflies palette, I need to throw away this cardboard box. I just really like it because it's got velvet, but you know what, it's just annihilated. So I'm going to bin it. And this palette is by far one of my favorite palettes ever. It's absolutely stunning. I'm not throwing this away anytime soon. We've got some mini palettes. My god, this Technic one I'm going to get rid of because I just don't use it. It's meant to be like a dupe for the Too Faced palette. I can't remember what it's bloody called, like the Born This Way or something palette. I'm gonna get rid of it because it's just really old. Smoke Sessions, one of my favorite palettes ever. I love this one. It's staying. This is by Colourpop. This is their kind of Muppets collection. This is still very new in my collection, so it's staying. This by Beauty Crop. I haven't used this in ages. I'm gonna keep it because it's pretty unoffensive. It's just it's just there. It's fine. What else? By Revolution. Oh, the Batman palette. I will throw away the box. Let me see what the shadows, because I can't remember. My brain is not, you know what, I will keep it because I mean, you know, it's just a palette that I kind of would like to use on every day. This yellow is pretty pointless, but I still think it's a nice-ish palette. Rare Beauty, I mean, I don't like this palette. I don't think the quality on these are very good. I'm not going to throw it away because it's beauty, like it's Rare Beauty. I don't know, this palette really disappointed me. I really don't think like this quality is as good as any of her other products. So I am keeping it, but because it cost me a bit of money. I've just got some random lashes that I don't use. Pat McGrath, I am going to keep this because I mean all these shimmers are outstanding. You can use them by themselves, and I think this palette is probably still available on her website. Very cheap considering how much her other palettes are. It's a really nice palette. This is a blush palette by Essence. I mean, this is still very new. I don't think it's amazing, but it's just blush, so it's not too bad. Melt Cosmetics, this is like one of their newer palettes. I would like to get one of the green ones. Not on top of my list because, you know, I have so much to get through, but I still think like it's a nice palette. It's not my star sign at all, but it's red, and so I had to keep it. This, you know what, I'm going to get rid of this now because I haven't used it in so long. It's by Colourpop, and yeah, these are old. And as much as I like the shades, I don't really wear purple as much as I used to, especially like neon purple. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. This is, oh, it's a lip oil that I got. That's random. Oh, Nude Collection by NYX. I'm obviously keeping this. This is stunning. They kind of gifted this to me, I think it was like last year, but it is one of the best qualities. I really want to get the big one. But I haven't had a chance to pick it up, but this is very nice. Charlotte Tilbury, I'm gonna keep this. It's the only eyeshadow palette I have from her. I'm gonna throw away the box. It's not, I mean, I've said this so many times, it's not my favorite palette. I really don't think it's worth the price point. And saying that, I like to, you know, promote their makeup and, you know, use discount codes and stuff like that. But I still feel like for my demographic, I feel like it's still a bit too expensive. But I got this at a discount a while ago, and it's still pretty decent. Yeah, good to have. This, god, I haven't used this in so long. The Made by Mitchel Haze Swirl palette. God, I will keep it because these are like insanely pigmented for shimmers, but I just haven't used it in so long, so I need to keep this out to remember to use it. This by Catrice, this is nice. It's a nice and small palette, like a kind of going away everyday palette. Not that I do go away every day or anything, but it's still nice to just have. This little trio, these are Super Shock shadows by Colourpop. I'm keeping these, very nice. The Clueless palette, I'm gonna get rid of this. I thought like I would try and use it again. I think I've only used it once. I don't think it's very special. It's just kind of it's there. and they covered up one of the words, which I think is so funny because it used to be called Virgin That Can't Drive, and they covered it because I'm guessing that they offended someone and they had to change it. But yeah, this palette I just do not use, so I'm gonna get rid of it. This is actually really nice, by MUA. This is like, but these shimmers are outstanding. I'm gonna keep this palette. This palette is only like £3. Really nice. I think it might be time to get rid of this Colourpop palette. I've had it so freaking long. It's so nice. I love all of these shades, but it's too old, and I think it's just going to dry up very soon, so I will get rid of this one. This is actually quite new in my collection, by Revolution. I'm going to keep it because it's still nice to use. This by Colourpop, I don't know, let's see what the shades, because I can't remember, my memory is so terrible, but it is a Scorpio palette and I am a Scorpio. Not that it should matter, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this because it's still pretty good to keep. So we're almost there, this by Revolution. This is a really nice palette. This is from like their Revolution like Pro range, not that it kind of means anything, but I really like all of these shades. I do use this palette quite frequently, so I'm gonna keep this. This one by Elf, I think this is called like I Love You a Latte. I love you, no, what is it? I love you. Yeah, I got it. I can't even see. But it's all matte shades, but it's a really nice kind of just like a really simple look if you don't want anything extravagant, which I guess is kind of the opposite of what I do, because I like to use a lot of color on my eyes, but this is nice for like every day. This is a blush palette by Beauty Crop. I'm gonna keep this because it's still very new and it's for blushes, so I'm gonna throw away this plastic, but yeah, this is gonna stay. This by Catrice is going to go in the bin. This is not a very nice palette. I mean, this is terrible. These shimmers do not do anything for me. I haven't had this very long. It's a bit rubbish, to be honest. Color Cosmetics, I'm going to keep this. This is absolutely stunning. Plus, it cost me a lot of freaking money. This is a liquid eyeshadow by Lois Cosmetics. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the Easy Rain. I haven't used this in ages. I'm hoping it's not completely separated. Nope, we're still good to go, and I will hopefully use this very soon. This is the palette by Revolution and Beetlejuice collection. This is quite a nice palette. I mean, it's a nice kind of alternative palette, because I think in this collection it came out with a few palettes, and I recently picked up like the Beetlejuice one, but this one is really nice to use. I'm going to keep it outside so I can actually use it again very soon. This is by She Glam. I think this is like a duo pot where you have like a shimmer and a matte shade, and I think this is quite nice. I mean, it's not what you would call like the best quality ever, but I still think it's quite decent, and I haven't used it in a while, so I will hopefully be using this again in the very near future. This is by Elf, Good Vibes Only. This is a really nice palette, really pigmented. I've used it quite a few times on like my TikToks and stuff. Really like this. This by Be Perfect. I'm gonna bin this. When I say bin, I mean I'm gonna get rid of it, just because like I've had this for so long and I feel like these shadows are kind of dry now, so yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. KVD, oh god, I don't know what to do with this, because this palette is not as good as like people say, and I had literally one shade just fall out of the pan for no reason. I might try and like depot it maybe and kind of put it in another palette, because the plastic is recyclable, which is fine. I might try and put it in my Colourpop palette, we'll see, and keep a couple of shades because I don't want all of them. Yeah, I will try and do that because I don't really want this, to be honest. This is Natasha Denona. Of course I'm keeping this. This is like one of the nicest palettes, even though it's a mini and it costs the same price as like a standard eyeshadow palette. I'm going to keep it because it's very nice. This Sweet Treats, I'm probably going to get rid of this because I haven't really used it in a while. It's a dupe for Huda Beauty, but it's by W7. I think it's nice, but I really don't need it. ABH Modern Renaissance, I'm gonna keep this because this is great. I mean, I'm gonna throw away the box finally, but this is such a nice palette. I mean, I don't use it all of the time, but I still like to use it. This brush I need to take out to clean because that's nasty. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this. And then lastly, we have the the Beauty Bay Identity Palette. I have only used this once. I feel really bad. I need to use this again because I got it part of like a perk that I got for free, so I will definitely use it soon. So I'm gonna keep this out here, and that is it. Alright guys, this is it. This is the end of my declutters now. I really hope you've enjoyed these videos because, you know I haven't got rid of a lot, but I felt like I've been quite generous to myself to throw away at least the stuff that I do not use and that are too old. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed these videos. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. I really appreciate you guys. Hope to see you soon. Bye.